So a 1-0 loss away at Sudbury today, a difficult result. And what did you make of the performance today?
I thought it was two poor teams. Full credit to Sudbury. They obviously had to win the game today, so there's a lot of pressure on them. There's pressure on us as well. Again, like we've been saying a lot over, the last few weeks, there's not much in it. It was always going to be a one goal. It probably who scores first wins the game. We didn't really create much, to be honest. They were probably a little bit sharper than us. We got in some real good areas, especially first half. Some real good areas in the final third, but we just seem to lose our way in the final third, whether that's a throw in, we throw it and give the ball away, the movement. So we work on things for people to, to work space so we can get balls into the box, and we're just struggling. And to be fair, I don't know whether it was over the line or not. We're scrapping at, we're clutching at straws, but it weren't good enough.
You started the first half quite well, the first 20-25 minutes, had a couple of chances. What was the difference between the first and the second half? In the second half, it felt like Sudbury were on the ascendancy.
Yeah, I thought first half we were a better team. Like you say, we created a couple of chances. Anthony's had 2 efforts. Easy for the keeper. He's had one where he can take it on a little bit more and he hits it from a distance. And then second half we changed a little bit of personnel. It was the same shape. And the subs didn't really have the effect that we wanted. We seemed to run out a little bit of steam, and we struggled leg wise. They looked fitter than us. They looked like they had better runners than we did, especially second half. And the game started to get a bit on top of us, and we were really we got players going down with injuries and whatnot. But no excuses. Look, they were better second half, and probably deserved to. Look, I don't think there's anything in it, if I'm being honest. And obviously it was decided by a controversial goal, but that had been the story for a while now. But we have to take responsibility, and it wasn't good enough.
So 7 league games to go, 5
6.
points. Sorry, 6. 5 adrift at the minute. We haven't won in, I think it's 9 league games. Yeah. We've got 4 games at home, which we've been strong at. How do you, I suppose, steady the ship and turn it round for those remaining games now?
You have to look. You have to, back yourselves. And we've had adversity before. A few years back now, we've not really had to face this kind of adversity for a while. It's an eye opener for myself. And the players, we're very hopeful we've identified 2 or 3 boys that will come in this week and make us better. We have to get that, because the group, as I've said for a while, that it's not for the one to try, and we've tried so hard over the last few weeks to get bodies in, and we've just, for whatever reason, there's been something in the way. We should be able to, by Tuesday, bring in hopefully 2 that would make a big difference, because the boys in there need help, and there's some that are really, really low on confidence, and they're really out of form. I think it's clear to everybody, look, we don't score enough goals, so that we've been nowhere near good enough up top. That's clear. But it's not just the forwards, it's the build-up play, and it's, because a forward needs to have opportunities to score, and I don't think we're providing that. So that's a big part. But like you say, at home we've been I wouldn't say good, but we've not been bad. You look across the season in our own form, especially since November, since we've come back in, and there's been a lot of draws. We need to find a way to. At the minute, we're relying on everybody else around us not to take points. And I think we have to be better. I don't believe in hard luck. Last week we're second away from winning the game, and it changes everything. It changes the mindset. It changes the complexion of the league. It changes everything, and we fall on the wrong side of those results, and it keeps happening. I think everybody's bored of hearing me making excuses, and I certainly won't. I've always took full responsibility. It's on me. It's not on the players. It's always on the manager, and this bad run of form, is on me. We've made some mistakes. We've made, from a recruitment point of view, we've made mistakes, and we've been frustrated at not getting the right personnel in, and that's affected us. But we just have to believe in ourselves and back ourselves and keep going. And hopefully, the home games that we've got, like you said, four home games, and we've only lost 1 in 1 in 5 months at home. I'm hopeful that we we can get enough points from our home games, because obviously away from home we can't.
So talking of home games, we've probably got the one that everyone looks forward to next. Is it the worst time to play your biggest rivals, or is it the best time in terms of form? Usually goes out the window. We've got a very good recent record over them as well. What are your thoughts in that game?
Well, to be fair, they're not exactly, ripping it up either. I think they got beat again today. They will be rubbing their hands to face us because of the rivalry, because we're, where we are. They're ahead of us for the first time in a long time. So they'll want to come and put more pressure on us. But we have to deal with that. We have to be mentally be able to deal with that pressure that comes. And hopefully they can. And like I say, if we can just get a couple of bodies in just to give us a little bit of a boost, because the dressing room needs a little bit of a boost now, because when you're harping on and you're saying the same kind of things, they just need a bit of help. It's a real good group of boys, and they give us everything, but we're just lacking a bit of quality in that, like I say, in that final third. And unless we get that, then it's going to be even harder. So look, I'm confident. It's tough time at the minute, and there'll be a bit of flack, and there should be, because when you're on a run like that, you absolutely deserve that. But I'm a fighter, and I'll keep fighting for as long as I can.